What's up, world? You're tuned into 423 FM. You already know we've got you covered with your daily dose of celebrity drama. Now let's get into it. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the 423. Almost 2 weeks ago, I did a video about Joe Budden's beef with Spotify, which came after the retired rapper revealed that his podcast deal with the streaming company was not being renewed. In the days since then, however, Joe has developed a lot more serious issues, and some people think that all of this info coming out now has something to do with Spotify wanting to make their former client look bad. Listen, I don't know about Spotify's involvement with any of this, but at any rate, the details coming out about Joe are really awful, to say the least. The first allegation came from Hiiiiiii, who accused Budden of being abusive when they were in a relationship more than a decade ago. In an interview with Hollywood Unlocked, Hiiiiiii claimed Joe broke her nose and threw her down a flight of stairs. She said, "That relationship left me with a fractured rib and a broken nose because somebody was sending him a message. And I used to always say, 'Stop beefing out there, I'm still working.' And he hit me on that nose and then pushed me down a flight of stairs. I remember having a plan to leave because the reason he was so upset was because I was already leaving, looking through my phone and shit. But I had already told him to give me 2 weeks to pack up my things. He agreed to it and then started looking through my phone. Next thing you know, I got woken up by him dragging me by my ankle. I managed to get up from that floor." Joe responded by claiming Hiiiiiii was the one who was abusive toward him, claiming she used to quote-unquote beat his ass. And after that, an old video resurfaced that showed Hiiiiiii explaining, a decade ago, on Joe's YouTube channel, how she broke her nose, saying she was attacked by another man, not Budden. Now, a week after these initial allegations that Joe is abusive from one of his exes, another one of his exes, Can Santana, is claiming that he is not only abusive, but also does some really gross and inappropriate stuff to his dog. Like I said prior, some people think this info surfacing now is Spotify's doing, but I don't know about all that. And I also don't know if these documents are real, but if someone did take the time to make these fake documents, then they should probably do something more normal with their time. Anyway, this random Instagram account named Joe Budden TV posted a bunch of screenshots from the legal documents in question, which again may or may not be real. And in the document, Sin is pleading with a judge for sole custody of their son, Lexington, though she does say that she wants their son to be able to spend time with his father. In the doc, she says that their relationship was good for the most part early on, and they were both very happy to learn that Sin was pregnant, but after they got engaged is when things took a turn for the worst, as she realized that Joe wasn't a fit parent for Lexington. She first mentions Joe's history with substance abuse, saying, "In the defendant's 20s, he experimented with heroin and angel dust. Although it is my belief that he long abandoned these drugs, he sadly replaced them with other destructive substances. For example, in or about 2017, defendant began taking MDMA, more commonly known as Molly, on a daily basis. He currently takes on a daily or near daily basis one or more of the following: Percocet, oxycodone, Xanax, and Adderall. He also smokes marijuana and drinks Jameson daily, including during daylight hours." Sin goes on to say how Joe's substance abuse impairs his judgment, saying he operates his vehicle while under the influence, also saying it makes him unfit to care for their son. So she never left him alone with Lexington and made sure either she or a nanny was always present. She goes on to describe one incident when she had a professional commitment, so she ended up leaving 10-month-old Lexington with Joe alone for a few hours. When she returned, she said Budden was passed out with Lexington lying alone in his crib, crying with a soiled diaper. She does say, however, that Joe would never intentionally hurt their son, but he's unfit to care for him unless he gets his substance abuse under control. Further on, she says Joe forced her to stop doing club appearances to make money because he was jealous, describing a time she had an event in Washington, D.C. that he drove hours in order to pop up on her at. She also says following their breakup, she and her mother took Lexington to the Jersey Shore for the day, and once they were on their way there, they realized Joe was following them in his car. Sin goes on to describe unwanted sexual advances from Joe during their relationship, while also saying that she's repeatedly told him to stop kissing their son on the mouth because she finds it inappropriate, though he continues. After this is when things get really weird. In the doc, Sin writes the following. Without putting too fine a point on it, suffice to say that the defendant has not only expressed concern for the dog's lack of sexual partner, but has personally assumed responsibility for relieving any pent-up canine sexual tension. Defendant, for reasons I cannot fathom, has personally masturbated the dog and repeatedly states that he sees this function as his responsibility since there are no bitches around to provide a sexual outlet for the dog. Following that, Sin describes Joe's alleged abuse, saying that a disagreement between them resulted in Joe chasing her around the house and eventually dragged her across the floor and took her phone so that she couldn't call the police. After their breakup, she describes another incident where Joe refused to give Lexington back to her after a visit until she had a conversation with him because she had been refusing all of his advances prior. Along with these documents, some audio from a conversation between Joe and Sin leaked, where she references once again the incident where she says Joe dragged her through the house, and she also mentions him being intoxicated. Like I said, I don't know if any of these documents are real, and I don't know how they're making their way onto the internet right now, but this whole situation is extremely messy, and these allegations against Joe are no joke. Anyway, I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you think that these custody documents are real? And do you think Joe will be able to get another podcast deal with these allegations looming over his head? Leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Subscribe to the Fortune Thief for more videos. And if you like this one, just give it a quick thumbs up. That is it for today. I will see you guys next time. Bye.